Coming of the Kingdom Part 7 Session 9 天国的来临第7部分第9讲。我们上一讲讲到耶稣和法利赛人之间的不同，不是在于律法，耶稣并不是批判律法，耶稣是批判他们对律法的解释。所以最后我们的作者说 The issue is not the law as such, but its interpretation. 问题不是律法本身，而是对律法的解释。And the only question is, in what interpretation demanded by Jesus and practiced by him consists. 所以主要的问题，唯一的问题就是耶稣所要求的对律法的解释，耶稣所实行的对律法的解释是怎么样一种的解释。好，现在我们继续。Van Ruler here uses the remarkable formula. 这里因为学者 Van Ruler 用一个的工程师呢是令人震撼的。That the special character of Jesus' interpretation of the law is the fact that man is placed by it in the open reality. 耶稣基督对律法的解释的特质乃是说，人因为律法的缘故被放置在这个敞开的事实 the open reality. And by this he means that Christ not only binds us to our neighbor, 他的意思呢是说，耶稣基督不单单约束我们向我们的邻居要负责任 in which every ethical system, even though it has been deduced from the law, falls short. 关于我们对我们的邻舍的责任呢，每一种的伦理的系统虽然都是从律法那里显生出来的，都有所亏欠。But above all, that always and everywhere man stands before God. 所以基督不单单把我们放在我们与我们邻居之间，耶稣基督把我们放在每时每刻每个地方都放在神的面前。Man stands before God. 人是站在神的面前的。这个是 Van Ruler 的理论就是说耶稣基督对律法的解释的特点就是律法让我们站在神的面前。What this implies and what it demands of man specially cannot be put to words. 请注意，这个是一个很奇怪的理论那这个意味着什么呢？那究竟要求人要怎么做呢？这个不能用话来描述 nor can it be expressed by the law. 律法也不能表达这个神或者基督所要求的。God cannot be grasped. 上帝是抓不到的。The encounter with God and with his demand does not take place in the law. 人与上帝的相遇，人与上帝的要求的相遇，并不是在律法里发生的 but in God's entry into human existence. 乃是在于上帝进入到人类的存在的时候发生的。Although the form of the law is indispensable as a particular modality of God's coming into human existence. 不过呢，律法这个形式是必须要有的，因为律法是上帝进入到人类的存在的一个特定的形式。那这里我们看到 Van Ruler 的概念呢，是受到存在主义跟新正统神学所影响的。好，下面是 Ritterboss 我们的作者的评论。This conception contains the important truth that the divine will has not been put into words for every separate and concrete situation. 这个概念呢，包含了一个重要的真理，就是说上帝的旨意并没有为每一种的具体的情况用字写下来的。And that God holds man responsible for his decisions, not only with respect to the doing, but also with the respect to the knowing of his will. 而上帝要人负责的，不单单是要遵行他的旨意这个决定，而且认识他的旨意这方面的决定。The divine law is not a textbook with sections for every situation in life. 上帝的律法并不是一本教科书，有不同的部分对人生的每一个处境。Not a doctrine of cases that needs to be consulted to know God's will. 不是一个个案的教义教科书，我们只需要当我们需要认识上帝的旨意的时候，才需要参考他的，不是这样子的。Rather, the law requires spiritual discernment and judgment from man with respect to the knowledge of God's will. 反之，上帝的律法是需要人的属灵的判断力以至于人能够认识上帝的旨意 and desires to lead him into such knowledge。 而神的律法呢，就是愿意带领人进入到这种的认识的。那这个是Ritterboss 正面的评论啊。This does not mean that there is no question at all of a law as a permanent and universally valid instance, or only of divine commandments of a concrete character。 它的意思不是说完全没有一种永久性的放四海皆准的一种的律法，或者上帝的诫命并不具体。The divine law not only gives a few applications of the divine will， 上帝的律法不单单给应用上帝几个的具体例子而已， but also undoubted basic lines of conduct, summaries, general principles。 上帝的律法当然就包含了一些不可怀疑的基本的行为的原则、总纲和一般的原则。In this respect, for example, the Ten Commandments have a different character than that of the commands in the Sermon on the Mount。 从这个角度来看呢，我们可以说十诫和登山宝训里面的诫命是不同性质的， which at least in part have this character of actual application。 因为登山宝训呢，至少里面一部分是有这种具体应用的性质的。 This does not detract from the fact that with respect to the Old Testament law also, the knowledge of the divine will is a matter of spiritual judgment and discretion。 但是这个并没有排除一个事实，那就是说关于旧约的律法呢，认识上帝的旨意是一个属灵的判断跟分辨能力的一件事。 And that in the antithesis between Jesus and the Pharisees， 而在耶稣与法利赛人之间的势不两立的对立呢， this discretion is again the real issue。 这个属灵的判断力，这个洞察力，恰恰就是问题之所在。Although Jesus consistently rejects the appeal to particular pronouncements of the law, it would be forcing problems upon the gospel that are foreign to it if this rejection is supposed to refer to the givenness and stability of divine revelation in the law。 虽然耶稣呢一次再次的拒绝诉诸于律法某一些的特定的宣告，但是假如我们看到耶稣这种的拒绝呢，就是拒绝承认上帝在律法里的启示是已定的，是稳定的。这样以为呢，是完全与福音书相违背的。所以不要说耶稣拒绝律法本身，就上帝的启示是已经赐给的，是稳定的。For Pharisaism was not put in default because it thought it could grasp God and His will in the law。 因为法利赛人他们的问题，他们的错误，不是因为他们觉得他们可以抓到上帝，在律法里面抓到他的旨意， or because it inferred consequences from particular principles or general precepts of the law。 法利赛人的错误之所在，不是因为他们从一些特定的原则或者律法里一般性的吩咐呢，推论出一些的后果来，不是的。But it was blamed because it did so in such a way that the real and profound sense of the law was deprived of its force。 耶稣指责法利赛人，因为呢，他们是这样子来从律法那里推论，以至于律法真正的深层的意义就没有它的力量了，就失去它的力量了。There is not one single text to be indicated in the whole of the gospel in which Jesus blames Judaism's contradiction of the law as an impermissible shutting off of the open reality of God。 这里 Ritterboss 呢在批判那个所谓基督把我们放在一个敞开的事实这个的怪论。他说，在福音书里面没有一次、没有一节的经文指出耶稣责怪法利赛人的原因是因为他们专注于律法，是一个把上帝这种的所谓敞开的事实把它排除出去。耶稣并不是说法利赛人是这样子的做了一个不可允许的事。Much rather, the whole of his teaching is dominated by the thought of the living reality of God's revealed will in his law。 不是的，反过来说，耶稣基督所有的教导主要的思想就是上帝在他的律法里面所启示的旨意呢，就是一个活生生的事实。Jesus does not appeal from the law to the open reality of God. 耶稣并不是从律法那里诉诸于上帝那个所谓敞开的事实 but points out this reality in the law. 耶稣基督在上帝的律法里面指出这个事实。His frequently recurring reproach is not directed against commitment to the law. 耶稣基督多次的责备不是指法利赛人不委身于律法 but against their refusal to be really committed to the law. 耶稣的指责来说，他们不是真正的委身于律法。马太福音15章第6节，还有第9章13节。No doubt, the most basic cause of this refusal of Judaism was the fact that it had divorced the law from the living God. 毫无疑问的，犹太教就是法利赛人他们最基本的拒绝上帝这个事实呢，那是他们把律法和永活的上帝两者分隔了 and had made the law merely a subject for formal and scholarly learning. 他们把律法当作是一个正规的形式上的学习的一个的对象。In contrast to this, Jesus leads his disciples back to God himself for the knowledge of the divine will. 与这个完全相反的是耶稣基督，他带领他的门徒们回到上帝自己那里，好叫门徒们认识上帝的旨意。就是说要认识上帝的旨意，要回到上帝那里。They must show that they are the children of the Heavenly Father. 门徒们必须要彰显他们是天父的儿女。But this encounter only takes place in the law. 这种与上帝的相遇完全是要在律法里面才会发生的。Conceived, however, as the translation and wording of God's will as a person addressed by the living and holy God. 不过我们要这样看律法乃是上帝的旨意成文的文件，乃是这位永活的圣洁上帝亲自向人讲的话 personal address. The specific trait in Jesus' fulfillment of the law, 耶稣基督成全律法的特别的性质呢 is not that he allows men to look beyond the limits of the law. 不是说他允许人超越了律法的限制，让他们看到一个律法以外的事情，不是的。But that within these limits, he holds men responsible for the knowledge of God's will. 相反的，在这个律法的范围里面，这个限制里面，耶稣基督要人负责认识上帝的旨意。If the question is asked as to what is special and characteristic in Jesus' fulfillment of the law, 假如我们问，耶稣基督成全律法的特别的典型的性质是什么呢？ The answer must be that it is certainly not to be found in the pointing out of the limited importance of the law as a source of knowledge about the divine will. 这个答案当然就不是说耶稣基督指出律法有一个有限度的重要性，就是律法当作是认知上帝的旨意的来源它的重要性是有限的，不是的。But much rather, in Jesus' vindication of the totalitarian and all-embracing nature of the demand of the law. 耶稣基督成全律法的特点乃是说，耶稣证实律法的要求，律法的本质是涵盖一切的，是完全在人的生命中掌主权的 totalitarian. This and nothing else is the meaning of the radicalization of the law's demand in the applications given by Jesus in his commandments. 耶稣基督在应用律法的诫命的时候，他把一些律法的要求讲得非常的彻底，譬如说人家打你一面，你要给他打另外一面，要爱仇敌等等这个就是耶稣基督这个激烈的彻底的命令的意义之所在。就是说律法是要管理我们人生的全部的。This is also the starting point of the antithesis, unless your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees. 这个也是耶稣所讲的，除非你们的义超过文字跟法利赛人的义这个就是这个的对立的开始点。就是说耶稣与法利赛人的义两者不同，在于在耶稣基督的 诫命里面，律法是要求人全然的委身，律法是要管理整个人的生命的。This excess demanded by Jesus is not meant in a quantitative sense. 耶稣基督好像要另加一些的要求，不是从量的角度来看。Reality confronts us with more situations than are provided for by the law. 就是说，其实人生的现实呢，给我们更多的处境是律法没有直接处理的。But in a qualitative sense, 耶稣基督这个另加的这个要求是从质，不是从量的角度看的。The demand of the law goes deeper and reaches further than a very elaborate interpretation of the law by the scribes would suggest. 耶稣基督在质方面，他告诉我们，律法所要求的是更深，是不仅仅是文士们他们的繁琐的对律法的诠释可以指出的。耶稣是更深层的指出律法真正的意义。The dimension in which such fulfillment moves is not one of width, but of depth. 所以耶稣基督成全律法不是更广，不是应用更多的情况，乃是更深。This indication of the totalitarian character of God's law. 这个耶稣基督所指出的，就是上帝的律法有这种的涵盖一切的，完全管理人生的这个性质呢 is therefore the common tendency of all the examples of interpretation of the law given by Jesus. 也就是耶稣基督解释律法所有的例子里面的共同的特点。Always, such an example is like a vertical section of the law. 每一次这些的例子都好像把律法切一个横切片 revealing its all-embracing demand. 显示出律法是涵盖人生的一切的。律法的要求是涵盖人生的一切的。Hence, the tracing back of manslaughter to hatred and quarreling. 所以耶稣从杀人追溯到恨恶和让闹或者吵架。Of adultery to unclean lust. 从奸淫到一个不洁净的淫念。Hence, the radical formulation of the command of love, both intensely and extensively. 所以呢，耶稣基督所吩咐的这个极度的爱，一方面有它的深度，又有它的广度。Hence the demand imposed upon the rich young ruler to sell all that he has and give to the poor. 因此，耶稣吩咐那个年轻的官呢，要把一切他所有的都卖掉，救济穷人。马太19章第21节，在路加福音12章33节是讲的比较一般性一点。This is the perfection required by Jesus. 耶稣说我们要完全，他所要求的完全就是这个。That is, of the holding of nothing back. 就是毫不保留。The unconditional surrender to the will of God with all that one is and has. 我们一切所是，我们一切所有的，都要无条件的向上帝的旨意降服。This and nothing else is the meaning of the reduction of the content of the law to the duty of loving God above all and one's neighbor as oneself. 这个就是耶稣基督把律法的内容约化为爱上帝胜过一切，然后爱我们的邻居如同爱我们自己。整个的律法的约化，就是说这个就是耶稣基督说这个是律法的总纲的意义之所在。Gutbrot rightly observes that. 因为学者 Gutbrod, G-U-T-B-R-O-D, 他正确的观察到 that this summary must not be explained from the desire for systematic perspicuity of the many kinds of commandments of the law. 他观察到耶稣对律法所讲的这个的总纲呢，你不要从一个很多不同律法的诫命做出一个系统的清晰的总纲，从这个角度来看。Nor does it owe its origin to playful constructive tendencies. 耶稣所做这个总纲，也不是因为一种的虚幻的幻想中的建构，不是的。Moreover, it does not tend to weaken the divine law and make it harmless. 再者，耶稣这个总纲呢，没有让律法，上帝的律法弱化，使它没有抓到我们的痛痒。But quite the opposite. 完全是相反的。It serves to make the law radical. 耶稣的总纲让上帝的律法更加的彻底的向我们挑战。This is the meaning of the concept of love in the gospel. 在福音书里面，爱的概念就是这个意思。And as also of the phrase, with all thine heart and all thy soul and all thy understanding. 尽心、尽性、尽意， 的意思也是这个意思 ，including that of thy neighbor as thyself， 还有爱人如己也是这个意思，就是毫不保留的向上帝的旨意降服下来。As for the first concept, that of love， 那关于爱这个概念呢 ，its meaning is nowhere clearer than in the saying of Matthew 6:24。爱的意义没有在比马太福音第6章24节讲得更清楚。参考路加16章13节 ，No man can serve two masters， 没有一个人可以服侍两个主人的。For either he would hate the one and love the other， 要就是恶一个爱另外一个 ，or else he would hold to the one and despise the other， 或者是守住一个而藐视另外一个。You cannot serve God and mammon， 你不可以同时侍奉上帝和马门的。这个就是爱的意义。And also that in Matthew 10:37， 还有马太福音第10章37节，参考路加14章26节 ，He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me。人若爱父母亲多过爱我，是不配做我的门徒的。And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me。若爱儿女多过爱我的，是不配做我的门徒的。From such pronouncements, it appears that the love which Jesus demands in the gospel is based on a radical choice。从这些耶稣的宣讲，我们得到一个印象，就是耶稣所要求的爱，在福音书里面所要求的爱，是根据一个彻底的选择 （radical choice） 选择。Properly speaking, it is another word for conversion。严格来说，这种的爱的选择就是悔改、归正、回转的同义词。It consists in the complete surrender of the will。这种爱就是人的意志完全的降服 in being at the disposal of the Lord in the same way as is a slave， 完全交给主来吩咐，就好像一个奴隶一样。This is why the battle that this love is summoned to fight is the battle against competition, against compromise, against that which is an obstruction to love in its service。 因此这个爱召唤这个爱要打的仗，乃是与他的竞争、妥协或者任何拦阻爱来服侍，对这些事情的征战 against all other commitments which keep love from this totalitarian service。 爱要打的仗就是与任何其他人可能委身的对象拦阻人这种的全然的爱和侍奉。 This is also the meaning of the parable of the eye, which in Matthew 6 precedes the saying about love。这个也是马太福音第6章讲的眼睛的这个比喻，就是讲到爱之前的那个比喻。The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Matthew 6:22-23, also refer to Luke 11:34-36。耶稣说，眼睛就是身上的灯，你的眼睛若亮了，全身就光明；你的眼睛若昏花，全身就黑暗。你里头的光若黑暗了，那黑暗是何等大呢？马太6章22到23节，参考路加福音第11章34到36节。This passage is concerned with the contrast between sound and bad, which in this context means hampered or unhampered in its functioning。 这段经文所讲的是能够运作或者坏的眼睛。根据上下文的意思就是说，你的眼睛的运作是有拦阻呢，还是没有拦阻？ As the eye cannot do its duty to man as an illuminating organ which points the way, if the organism of the eye cannot function freely， 正如假如眼睛不能自由的运作的话，它就不能向人负责来照亮他前面的道路。So neither can a man who is divided in his mind, whose heart strives after two incompatible things。 同样的，一个人若是分心的话，他的心假如是追求两个水火不相容的事情的话呢，人也不能够正确的生活的。第21节 In the service of God, everything depends on integrity, perfection, the readiness to serve without any reserve。 服侍神的时候，完全取决于人的正直，完全随时愿意毫不保留的来 服侍。This is the love that Jesus demands. 这个就是耶稣所要求的爱 ，and which is also the love that is the content and the summary of the law. 这个就是律法的内容，律法的总纲所讲出的爱。Hence, the addition with all thine heart, etc., which expresses in a positive way what is said antithetically in the above-mentioned pronouncement. 所以呢，我们爱神是要尽心的去爱，这个是正面的来表达出耶稣在其他地方前面反面所讲到。我们下一讲继续讲这个爱的意义。